There is one thing that bothers me more than losing. It is the indifference. That calculated coldness from the front office when the season ends and the tough decisions need to be made. We saw what happened at the trade deadline. The front office finally woke up. They brought in Josh Naylor. They brought Eugenio Suarez back. It felt like, for the first time in a long time, they understood that to win a World Series you need grown men. Men who do not feel the pressure. Naylor re-signed. Great. A solid move. It locked down our guy at first base. But what about Suarez? What about our third baseman? The man who brought the energy back to Seattle years ago and who was a key piece in this last run. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And now we are starting to understand why. The news is circulating, and it is not good for anyone who hoped to see Gino in a Mariners jersey next year. Kerry Miller from Bleacher Report dropped the bomb. The Pittsburgh Pirates are eyeing Eugenio Suarez. That is right, the Pirates. A team that historically operates with the parking brake pulled when it comes to finances, just as we know all too well around here. They are looking at our third baseman as the solution to their offensive problems. And you know what is worse. It makes total sense for them. They desperately need power in the bat. The Pirates' third basemen last season were a joke. They combined for a ridiculous OPS of .573. They hit 6 home runs. 6. Gino hits that in a bad month. The irony here is palpable. We remember that game in May of 2023. Suarez at the plate, T-Mobile Park screaming. He sends a 3-run bomb over the wall and ends the game against the Pirates themselves in the 10th inning. Now, they want to pay to have that on their side. They saw up close the damage he does. The question is not whether Suarez fits there. Of course he fits. He would own the middle of their lineup. The question is, why are we comfortable letting him walk? We are talking about a likely 2 or 3 year contract. Nothing that will break the bank. Nothing that will stop us from extending our young stars in the future. But it seems the decision has already been made. It looks like the front office looked at the payroll, saw Naylor's contract and thought, we have spent enough for today. This one or the other mentality is what kills us. Championship teams do not choose between keeping a good first baseman or a good third baseman. They keep both. They build depth. I know you are tired of this conversation. Every year we get to the winter discussing money instead of discussing championship rings. If you are also exhausted from having to be an accountant instead of a fan, like this video. Show the algorithm that the Mariners fan base demands more than balanced spreadsheets. Subscribe to the channel if you want uncomfortable truths, because here we do not sugarcoat the official narrative. We demand better because we love this team, but we are not blind. Let's get real about what Gino delivers. I know he strikes out a lot. I know his defense is no longer that of a 25-year-old kid. But the man has power, real power. The Pirates had 3 home run leaders in 2025 who combined hit 49 balls out. Suarez has hit 49 by himself in a season. He brings presence. He brings that good vibes, only energy that, honestly, this clubhouse needs when things get tough in September. When you take a guy like that off the roster, you are not just taking away 30 potential home runs. You are taking away a voice. You are taking away someone who is not afraid of big moments. And who comes in to replace him? Who are we going to bet on an untested rookie? Are we going to bring in someone cheap from the scrap heap and pray it works out like we did so many times at second base? The Boston Red Sox lost Bregman. The Yankees always want more bodies. The market for Suarez is going to heat up. And if the Pirates, a small market team, are willing to open their wallet and offer him a multi-year deal, what does that say about us? If Suarez goes to Pittsburgh and hits 30 homers there while we struggle to manufacture runs at third base, it will be unforgivable. It will be the definitive proof that we prioritize savings over competitiveness. Do not come to me with the talk that he was old. He was crucial in our run. He produces. The market knows he produces. So much so that teams are lining up. We traded Ke'Bryan Hayes last season to Pittsburgh. Remember, they know what it is like to lack production at the position. They are trying to fix the mistake. And us? Are we creating a new mistake? Are we opening a hole where there wasn't one? I want to believe there is a master plan, that there is a bigger name coming. But history has taught me not to be naive. Usually when the Mariners let a productive veteran walk without a fight, it is because they think they can outsmart baseball. They think they can find value where no one else sees it. Sometimes it works. Many times we are left watching October on television. I want to hear from you. Do you accept losing Eugenio Suarez if it means bringing in another big name? Or do you think the front office is just cutting costs again and is going to leave us hanging? Comment down below. I want to read your outrage or your hope, because my patience with this financial logic is hanging by a thread.